not that sentiment is bad, or not even than remembering things positively. I mean, the cynics among us would focus and remember the bad and the negative, and somewhere in between there, perhaps, would be an appropriate tension. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'd want to say that, even though I just did. But there really is a tension between reality and our perspective of it, and our the reality and our memories of it, and that sometimes the reality is so ugly and so horrifying and so horrible that the coping mechanism is to sentimentalize.
Yeah.
So that beauty, which is also raises another really important tension, that the world as it is fallen. It's not the way it's supposed to be. That things are not right, and there really isn't true beauty in the world as it currently exists. But there are smudged images, there are pictures, there are reflections, there are fingerprints, there's evidence of what Philip Yancey calls the rumors of another world, even in the fallen world. And so that even the most beautiful in this world doesn't accurately and adequately express what real and true beauty is. But there are some things that are just ugly, and there are some things that are just ugly.
But then that ugliness be incorporated into a definition of beauty as far as looking at Christ on the cross and the resurrection, and that whole picture being an image of beauty, and there is ugliness in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so perhaps there is an idea. It seems to me in a lot of Christian art, and I hate to use that term because Christians are people, but for the sake of using something, art created by Christians, and I think we're moving away from this.
Marketed by and purchased by Christians.
Yes, okay. That's a good way to... There seems to be a lot of what you're saying, sentimentality, but I've also been reading a lot of modern short stories that are very nihilistic, and I come away just angry from them. And so is that what you're saying, this tension is between the just giving into the darkness versus the idealized version of everything? And I think you used the word Gnostic before when you've been talking about. So is that what you mean with the tension between?
I think Christian art, I think beautiful art, I think that which Christians do ought to be redemptive. And that in a fallen world, things are messy. The categories aren't clearly defined and easily separated. That some stories, some film, some art emphasizes the need for redemption or the completion of redemption more than others. To go back to the crucifixion, I mean, that's an ugly and horrifying, horrifyingly ugly. There's nothing good in Good Friday. I mean, that's just what makes Good Friday good is the resurrection, is the Sunday coming, and I think what often happens, even with the way we sentimentalize the crucifixion and resurrection, is that we look for beauty in the midst of that horrifyingly ugly event, and the beauty is not found in the event. The beauty is found in the victory over the event. So that the reason why we wear crosses, Christians wear crosses, the reason why we put crosses on tombstones, and the reason why we sing songs about the cross is not the glory in the cross. The cross is a horrifyingly ugly instrument of execution. We use the cross really to honor its defeat, because the resurrection makes things right, makes things good.